Number 3. The Rule of 3. Good omens must occur 3 times for good fortune to truly descend, and you must forge past obstacles 3 times to succeed on the 4th. Yeah, I'm not making another loading screen video. I'm sick of it. I hate loading screens. I probably won't have good fortune to descend, but you know, it doesn't matter. In fact, I hate it so much that I'm making this video about the number 3 instead of giving it its part 3. Anyways, the number 3 is riddled all over Teyvat. It is literally everywhere in this game, especially the Triquetra, which will, for the most part, be the main topic of this video. The Triquetra is a symbol we see literally everywhere, from domain entrances, ancient ruins, and even on Paimon. So the traveler literally sees this wherever he goes. Alright, theory number 1. This theory is one of the most famous ones about the Triquetra. It's the theory about the symbol being all about cyclical life, where the 3 angles signify life, death, and rebirth, and it kinda just like rotates around, you know? Again, Island XD made a video going into more depth in this theory about life, death, and rebirth, here in this video. He also talks about the Solomon's Knot, common symbol we see around Teyvat, as well as the 4 pairs of artifact set. I suggest you watch the video to understand the theory more, because I don't have anything much to like add on to the theory, or even, you know, a theory of my own. I don't really have anything because it's a pretty solid theory already. Plus, Solomon's Knot has a number 4 in it, and I don't like that. I hate the number 4. This is a number 3 only video. We stand only number 3. Number 4, ew. Theory number 2. Somewhere around 500 BC in the real world, the Triquetra also symbolized a triple goddess, mainly a maiden, a mother, and a crone. And what's interesting here is that the triple goddess has a symbol of this: a waxing moon, full moon, and a waning moon. This leads me to say, or to believe, that the Triquetra and the triple goddess represents the 3 moon sisters: Aria, Sonnet, and Canon. The 3 moon sisters were deities that lived alongside the Celes and predate almost everything so far. They're older than the Cataclysm, the fall of Khaenri'ah, and even older than Morax, who's, 6,000 years old. In the book Moonlit Bamboo Forest Volume 3, it says, "The moons were daughters of prose and song, sovereign over the night sky. They navigated the heavens above in their silver carriage, alternating with one another thrice a month. If the rain was not promptly passed from one sister to the next, a terrible disaster would occur that very day." So these moon sisters traveled around above the world and would alternate 3 times a month. This reflects the real world, where there are 3 significant phases of the moon: the waxing moon, full moon, and the waning moon. The 3 moon sisters are the 3 phases, which makes sense since they switch places 3 times every month. This would further solidify that the Triquetra represents the 3 moon sisters, because the Triquetra represents the triple goddess, and the triple goddess is symbolized as a waxing moon, full moon, and a waning moon. Okay, but which moon sister is which of the triple goddess? Well, the maiden represents birth, youth, and the promise of new beginnings. The mother represents sexuality, power, and life. And the crone represents wisdom, death, and endings. To connect this to the moon sisters, we should look at the musical and poetical meanings of their names. Aria is a musical composition where there is just a single singer with an orchestral or musical accompaniment. This is mostly used in operas to convey a character's thoughts. Aria is actually used in the game Dream Aria, one of the variations of the Genshin Impact main theme. And I actually think that aria would be the crone, since most arias have a very melancholy tune. Sonnet is a poetic form with 14 lines with a very strict rhyme schemes and structure. Sonnets were used to convey love. This would definitely be the full moon, since the full moon means sexuality and fulfillment. Canon, in a musical sense, is a kind of composition where a melody is repeated with imitations played during a given duration. Most canon compositions are actually being used in children's rhymes, and usually has happy upbeat themes. So I think this one is the maiden, representing a new beginning and youth. And that is the theory I have for the Triquetra representing the three moon sisters. It's certainly viable because, you know, they worship the three moon sisters. Therefore, it's probably going to be common to see murals or symbols that relate to the three moon sisters. Theory number 3. Alright, the word Triquetra is from the Latin adjective triquetrus, meaning three-cornered. And in the loading screen text of the ancient tree, it states that there is an ancient tree whose roots reach every corner of the world. Doesn't that sound interesting? A word naming three-cornered and the every corner of the world. Theories on the Triquetra usually revolve on these 3 points on the angles. But for this theory though, why not we think outside the box? Or outside the triangle in this case? I think we shouldn't focus on these 3 pointy things on the side. Instead, focus on these 3 arcs. We won't be thinking of it as this simple triangular knot, but as this. As a triple Venn diagram. And the 3 circles of the Venn diagram would be the 3 worlds of Genshin that has the corners intersected at the Triquetra. In biblical cosmology, they usually depict a 3-part world, with the heavens, shamayim, earth, eres, and the underworld, sheol. And for Genshin, we can put it in the Venn diagram and say that the 3 worlds would be celestia, Teyvat, and the abyss, respectively. Now for the intersection of the 2 worlds. I have a very interesting save for this one. Remember in Khaenri'ah, the place where everyone lost their collective minds? The lore was so mind-blowing and deep that it answered most of our questions and yet still gave us even more questions. Basically, I also got mind-blown, when I played the world quest, I was like, poof. As a tradition of triangle worship, triangle has 3 sides. Triquetra. I just said try not. Oh no, oh! This is what I've been talking about. Guys, the rule of 3, Genshin. The rule of 3, see, good fortune truly ascend. Shut up, Adobe Premiere Pro. I already downloaded your apps. Oh, brain explode. Which is why I even got inspired to do this video. So in the world quest for unlocking Khaenri'ah, Enjo, aka best man ever, said some very interesting lines about the 3 realms. Byakuya has a tradition of triangle worship. They believe that Byakuya was the intersection between the 3 realms, the vishap realm, the human realm, and the void realm. And I believe that the vishap, human, and void realms are the intersection between 2 worlds of the Venn diagram. Between Celestia and Teyvat, I can definitely say that it's their human realm, since humans live in Teyvat. And also, humans are considered allogenes and have connections with Celestia and have the ability to even ascend to Celestia. Between Teyvat and the abyss, the abyssal void would definitely be in there, since Teyvat is obviously closer to the literal void than Celestia is. And lastly, the intersection of the abyss and Celestia. I think the Vishap realm fits in here, also known as the elemental realm. They would be the one in between the 2 worlds. Not because they are close to each other, but because they both are related with the elements, memories, and the world tree of the world all in all. Celestia has primitive tools that can somehow control the elemental powers, and the abyss dwellers can manipulate the flow of elements, the leylands and such. Now for the intersections of all 3 worlds and all 3 realms, I guess that might as well be Byakuya, right? Well, yeah, I think so too, but I think that there are more places like Khaenri'ah somewhere else in the world. There's probably more underground places in the world that's an ancient ruined place destroyed by the gods, Okay, I recorded this video like before the 2.5 live stream, and now it's actually more interesting because of the 2.5 live stream where Dainichi Mikoshi somehow just shoots up to the sky and somehow, pierces it. So we should keep this theory in mind because I might be right or I might be wrong. If I am right, then yes, I knew it. But if I'm wrong, you know what? I give you guys permission to make fun of me. Full permission. I will sign my letter. You guys can make fun of me. Trade offer. I make fun of you. You make fun of me. So yep, these are all 3 of the theories for the number 3 that is out there. So hopefully I properly explained all that, because I don't know, man, I wrote the script at like 4 a.m. and I was deprived of sleep. Also, if I have theories in this video that doesn't fit in with what you guys have, or if you have a theory that you can build upon this one, please don't be afraid to type it down in the comments, because I love reading your long ass essays down there. We're all lore nerds here.